By your standards, do you think somebody that makes $1 billion a year should pay less in taxes than somebody making minimum wage? And that has nothing to do with morals? What the hell are you talking about?
Hey, so I was listening to all this, and I was thinking about the shutdown and everything. I was in church the other week for a wedding, and got me thinking about the moral right thing to do. And the Democrats are holding hungry people hostage.
How so?
I mean,
so?
Well, they're holding back the payments.
Whoa. They don't want to hold back the payments. What is in the big and beautiful bill? Do you know why they won't vote for this? Do you know why? Do you have any understanding why?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, tell me. Then don't laugh like Tucker Carlson. Let's have a serious conversation. Do you know what's in the big and beautiful bill, sir?
Yeah, they're trying not to give stuff to illegal.
No. First of all, it is illegal for somebody to get SNAP benefits that is an undocumented immigrant. We're not talking about ER. We're not talking about hospitals and people that are close to losing their lives. So I'm going to ask you the same question again because you got it wrong the first time. What is in the big and beautiful bill as far as food stamps and Medicaid? Do you know, sir?
They want to get money to people who need it.
Wrong. Okay, so I'm going to ask you now for a third time, and if you don't answer it, I will answer it for you because I'm guessing you don't know the answer. What are they doing to Medicaid and food stamps in the big and beautiful bill? Please answer the question, sir. This is now the third time.
Can you answer that? I will.
I will answer it. I will answer it because it sounds like you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. So I will try to educate another MAGA, and maybe we can get somewhere, sir. Maybe we can. Billions of dollars taking away from food stamps. That means millions of people are going to lose their food stamps, okay? 20 million people, not undocumented immigrants, American citizens are going to lose their health care coverage. Major cuts, the biggest cuts to Medicaid and the biggest cuts to food stamps. The reason why the Democrats don't want to get to 60 votes is because they don't want to see that happen to ordinary, everyday, hardworking Americans. Now, what part of that I just said do you not understand?
Oh, I understand it. But
if you understand it, then you wouldn't have started the conversation, sir, by blaming the Democrats. So don't give me this nonsense that you understand it. If you understood it, you would be upset at Republicans. And by the way, now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, sir. The $5 billion slush fund that I'm sure you were completely unaware of because you sound very ill-informed with respect, sir. $5 billion that right now Donald Trump could put towards those that are going to be losing their food stamps tomorrow. 2 judges ruled not only is he allowed to use the funds, but he should use the funds. 2 federal judges ruled. My question to you, sir, is he doesn't need one Democrat to okay this. Why hasn't he done it? Answer that question, please, sir. Since you want to blame Democrats, why hasn't Donald Trump released those funds? Go.
Well, we have to look at this from a moral perspective.
Okay, let's look at it from a moral perspective. Donald Trump has the opportunity right now at the tap of a finger to allocate $5 billion in emergency funds to help those that might not be getting their food benefits tomorrow. So answer my question. Why isn't he doing it?
You have to make sure the due diligence is taken.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? He has to make sure.
We can't.
So why can't he do his due diligence, but make sure nobody loses their food stamps and allocate this money right now so that people aren't stressed and aren't suffering? Tell me why. Yeah, go ahead.
Because the taxpayer has the morality of the taxpayer.
Oh, you want to talk about taxes? Okay, let's talk about morals since you want to talk about taxes. Are you okay with the biggest tax cuts for the top 1% in American history? Tax cuts, $100 billion annually to the richest people in this country. Since you want to talk about morals, sir, are you okay with that? $100 billion a year to the richest people, the top 1%. Are you okay with that, but taking away food stamps since you want to talk about morals? What would you rather see, sir? Cutting Medicaid coverage and cutting food benefits, or giving $100 billion a year in tax cuts to the top 1%? What is more moral, since you wanted to use that word, sir? Go ahead.
Well, there's no link between taxation and morality.
Actually, there is, and you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. So since there's no equation, and you didn't want to answer my question between taxes and morality, by your standards, do you think somebody that makes $1 billion a year should pay less in taxes than somebody making minimum wage, and that has nothing to do with morals? What the hell are you talking about?
So I was at a wedding.
I don't care. I don't care about what wedding you went to. That is irrelevant to this conversation. I'm going to ask you one more time and answer my question, or the conversation is over. You're the one who brought up morals, okay? What do you think is more morally sound in this country? Let's go with religion. Are you a religious person, sir? Do you believe in Jesus?
Yeah. And
Okay, good. Okay, good. You believe in Jesus. That's all I needed to hear. Good. What do you think Jesus would rather say? Give $100 billion a year in tax cuts to the top 1% richest people in this country, or allocate that money to help people that are struggling, that are on food stamps? What would Jesus say, sir, since you call yourself a man who believes in Jesus? What do you think Jesus would say to that?
Well, there was no income tax at the time he was around.
Okay, I'm not asking you if there was an income tax. I'm asking you from a moral perspective. What do you think Jesus would say? You haven't answered any of my questions. You keep dodging them. Answer this one or the conversation is over. Because quite frankly, sir, you haven't said one intelligent thing in this entire phone call. What do you think Jesus would say? Give the biggest tax breaks to the top 1% and upwards of $100 billion a year, or millions of Americans losing their medical coverage that are struggling, and millions of Americans losing their food stamps that are poor and that are struggling? What do you think Jesus would do?
Jew or Jesus, the church.
All right, you're not a serious person. Get the hell off my show. You're an absolute buffoon, and you're not serious. I'm willing to have a serious conversation with people that are willing to have one.